Spicy vodka rigatoni. This is always a guaranteed crowd pleaser. Here is how I make it. There isn't much prep to do with this recipe, which is one of the great things about it. It's extremely simple. We'll want to finely chop 1 to 2 shallots, depending on their size. I tend to go for a finer chop, but feel free to leave them a little bit bigger. It really doesn't matter. And of course, what would any Italian dish be without garlic? So open up 1 to 2 cloves and finely chop those just like this. I wish I could claim this recipe as my own, but it is not. It's from one of my favorite pasta joints in Los Angeles, John and Vinny's. It is such a brilliant, simple dish. And they so kindly published it online, so thank you guys. Anyways, heat up your pan, and I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil in here. Just go with your best judgment. Make sure it's hot enough, and we'll add the garlic and shallot right in. My pan is a bit hot, so I'll adjust the heat a bit. Be careful not to burn the shallot and garlic here. It does have the tendency to burn quickly. I like to take this time to season with a little salt and pepper. Feel free to add some red pepper flakes in here as well. I do add some red pepper flakes at some point. I don't remember when. I think it was towards the end. Once these have some nice color, we'll go ahead and add 1/2 cup of tomato paste. And I'm just going to break this up and try to get as much of it as possible touching the pan, all spread out. Try to just mash it down. Make sure it mixes with the onion and garlic. And we just want to cook off some of that raw tomato flavor. Go ahead and take this time to get your pasta boiling. Timing is kind of important with this recipe. All right, for the fun part, we will deglaze with some vodka. Use any vodka you like. I just happen to have some Tito's lying around. So add in 1 to 2 tablespoons. Be careful because it does have the tendency to flame up. You will see a noticeable difference in the consistency after adding the vodka. It instantly becomes more uniform. It's kind of cool. Once the vodka has burned off, which should take under a minute or so, we're going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. I always like this part. It's kind of cool seeing the colors meld together and create like this bright orange sauce. And there's the red pepper flakes. I knew I added some. This sauce is now ready for our pasta. Add in the pasta of your choice. I went with rigatoni. This pan is actually way too small for rigatoni, but it's fine. Follow the pasta up with a 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Then we're going to add in a little bit of the reserved pasta water. My recommendation is to add a little bit, mix it up. If the sauce is still too thick, add a little more. Totally optional and probably not necessary. But I do like to add a little knob of butter just to smoothen out the flavor. And that's pretty much it. Give it a few tosses to evenly coat the pasta. We'll put this in our bowl. And just to make it a little bit more decadent, I'm going to add a big hunk of burrata cheese right on top. I'll open that up. Top that with some red pepper flakes and olive oil, perhaps a sprig of basil. Like I said, this dish is a total crowd pleaser. I can almost guarantee you that whoever you make it for will love it. I hope you like it. The ingredients will be in the description, and thanks for hanging around until the end.